Speaking about AJ, fam, AJ Tyson.
Yeah.
Mad
They
thing.
see each other on holiday.
Yeah, they see each other. I can't lie, AJ was looking wham though. I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
I saw that when AJ said, brother, this
He's
guy's
coming
massive,
back.
fam.
bro, I think he's massive, but
Massive, bro.
that's a good fight. That's
He's
a very
coming
good
back.
fight.
What's your take on that? Who you rooting for as well?
I ain't gonna lie.
Was you happy to see that?
What, that they see each other?
Nah,
Yeah,
like that
fights enough.
they're organising it.
Yeah, that was sick.
It's good still.
But like I said, it's kind of unfair on Dylan, isn't it?
On who, Dylan?
Yeah, he kind of needs his shot in it. Like.
Yeah, he's getting bumps.
He's
yeah.
been-
I'm sure they're talking about that
I
as
don't
well
know the
though.
ins and outs, but he's been like second for like so and so many days.
He's been mandatory
Yeah,
for like
I heard he's like the
probably like
longest
800 days.
mandatory,
Yeah, bro,
he's
like,
one of the
swear.
longest
over
mandatories.
2 years now, basically.
Is it?
You
Yeah,
can't get a
600 and
fight.
something days or 700 days or something. One of them mad.
Can't get a
kind of
title
days
shot.
thing.
Yeah, it's peak.
Politics, bruv. Politics.
It is
It's
hella
mad.
politics.
It's not going to
mad.
pay as much as Fury AJ, innit?
What do you
not.
think? What do you think's on the bro? That purse is gonna be dumb, innit? What
the
kind of
AJ Fury one?
finances are they gonna be talking about?
Oh, they're talking M's, bro.
Of course.
Serious bread.
Not gonna touch like Manny, Mayweather. I said Manny. I'm even mad. Mayweather Pacquiao numbers.
Yeah,
though. But
it's gonna be
Bread.
dull.
it won't be in England though.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to go Vegas.
They're not
innit?
getting that bread.
Yeah.
Probably go Saudi, bro.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, one of them,
They've got it before.
Middle East countries, because I think their government put a lot of money into sports, like big events like that.
Yeah.
Is it?
Like for the fight for AJ Maurice, they built that stadium just for that.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting that in other countries. You're not getting that here. You're not getting that in
Mm.
Vegas. You're not getting that there. But I guess in Vegas you could overcharge for, well not overcharge, but charge a lot for your seats.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Mayweather ringside seats for Packet Fight going for like 80 bags.
Huh?
That's nuts, fam.
What?
That's
What's
nuts.
going on?
It's
I'll
crazy,
watch it on
bro.
my
80
phone.
bags, bro.
That's
Pay-per-views
nuts.
all $12.99. Calm, bro.
That's
Oh,
my
in-
pattern
in
as well.
America-
guys.
Hey,
That's-
in America, do you know how much
got-
pay-per-view is?
Yeah, I know. In
Like
America,
got
it's
bills
a
in
mad-
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
stupid.
In America,
Still,
it's a joke.
That's
Them
why the
man
man
are
there make so much
creaming.
money, but you can't have two British fighters go over to America and try and sell it
Sell
out
it
like
out,
that.
yeah.
You think that's possible here though, to do like the pay-per-view thing as big?
What do you mean? Like
Like
for
here.
bills
Much
and that?
money, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it won't happen.
No,
No,
like
no,
here,
bro.
do you think people will endorse it or no?
Nah.
No, pay-per-view
Everyone go
for
to the pub.
bills.
Everyone just go to the pub.
Word.
Everyone will just go to the pub.
Bro, the pub won't even probably book. The pub will charge them to go in.
Yeah,
Bills for pay-per-view here in this country.
No.
Because
Listen, I'm like, who's fighting, bro?
sometimes when the fights are on, you can't even go to certain pubs because they're not showing it.
Yeah.
That's what it is though.
They don't have.
Yeah.
pay-per-view.
But if they was to like, they probably couldn't monitor that though. If they
Like
was
they
to,
make
like,
the
block
they
it
made the
and just-
Ruiz AJ fight £25. People were complaining a little bit.
Mm.
But they're saying that they're gonna make AJ Fury £50. The man are saying, yo, you're mocking it.
Oh, what was Pacquiao
Streaming.
Mayweather wasn't like I think it was like £15 or 19. I don't know. But
I watched that
What?
at
And
the
this
pub.
year, the
still.
£9.99, £20.
Yeah.
I
normal.
watched that at the pub, fam.
Swear down.
That's
With
the
a
first fight I
Carlin
paid
in
for
my
and
hand.
The last time, bro.
Is
That's
it?
the last one I paid for. That fight was boring, bro.
I might pay for that as well, actually.
I guess if you're a boxer though, because I guess watching Mayweather do his thing as a boxer is different. I want to see a knockout.
Yeah, I
bro.
thought that fight was sick.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can understand that
That
you
man
would
said
as
it's
well.
boring, but
I
the way
thought-
man neutralized him was mad.
Yeah, that must like you understand what's going on. I just wanted
Yeah.
to see man punch man up.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
But
for
they're
a
not-
lot of non-boxing
Yeah,
fans,
they're
that's
not guys
boring.
that punch
Still.
people up anyway. I'm an idiot because I kind of know that. You get Mayweather don't really knock people up.
But if anyone
anyway.
was gonna give anyone a beating, it would have been Pacquiao. Give
Yeah.
it to Mayweather because of the style of his fighting. But
yeah.
Mayweather just neutralized him and he couldn't do what he wanted to do.
Bro, he's a serious fighter.
That's why heavyweights make better money.
I didn't know,
Yeah,
yeah.
knockout thing,
I didn't know that Mayweather was that sick until man like started to study his shit,
break
yeah,
it down.
and look at like how he actually fights. And when they slowed down his style of fighting,
Yeah.
man's like, raw. Man
No,
knows what he knows what he's doing.
He's actually
bro.
the smartest fighter to step in that ring.
Yeah, he knows what he's
Like,
doing.
People won't give him credit, like I said, because he's still there. You feel me? So they'll say, nah, my man's the best ever.
I
and
think
this
even
guy's the
the
best ever.
stupid
Or
stuff he does
if-
outside
if-
box.
Yeah, and that as well. He does some
He
dumb,
can't
he
read
says some
and
dumb stuff. Yeah, all the can't read stuff. That's funny. I don't know if man can't read.
Yeah,
I've never heard him
neither
read.
do I, but come
But
on.
I saw he done an interview with the drink champs. You lot watched that thing?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
And
He
then
was
man asked him a
stuttering and
question.
that.
No, I wasn't even stuttering. Man asked him a question, and he's like, "Do you know who I am?" He's like, "Oh, capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T." And the man was gonna hurt. My man spoke
Go
GOAT.
wrong.
GAOT.
See,
I'm like, he's violating.
See, and you know what it is? 50,
He's violating.
50 Cent ain't helping him either.
And he
50
thought
Cent
he
ain't
didn't help him. Man. 50
Like,
Cent
that
on
guy, he's all over.
But
the
when he
adds
said it, he
fuel
was
to the
like,
fire.
yeah, it's like he said it with so much confidence, so much vim, bro. I'm like, what he just said. And I ain't gonna lie to you, at that moment, the best thing to do
believed
was
him.
correct himself. I swear down, the fact that he left it to go out like that, he's boying
He's
it.
going outside.
He's boying it.
But nah, he is hard, man. He is, bro. Like we was going back to saying that mentality of having just an off second. He's technically never had an off second in the ring. Of course,
No.
he might have been clipped and whatever, but I mean,
Yeah.
a period where someone's beat him, it
Yeah,
ain't happened.
Yeah,
so
it ain't happened.
That's elite.
And that's what
bro.
I'm saying.
That's
So
elite.
you could like when people want to compare it to old fights, yeah. I used to do it as well, but as of recent, I don't really like doing it because you never know. It's like saying, football's a bit different actually,
Yeah.
don't it? But
I know what you mean though. Different genres and different eras.
yeah,
It's like
like
people talk about Graham Souness and that right now to play to Paul Pogba. That's the one that they always do because they seem to hate each other.
Oh,
And it's
okay,
like, bro, it's completely different, isn't it?
Different
yeah,
generation.
different
It's probably the
times,
same
different
with
time,
boxing,
different level of opponents you're playing
Of
against,
course.
and
different
feel me?
training,
different training,
Different
you feel me?
pitches.
So they're saying,
yeah, all of that.
Oh, if Mayweather was to fight someone like Sugar Ray Leonard, he would lose. Bro, Sugar Ray Leonard was cold. He might have lost.
Yeah,
But
that,
you don't know that. What we
you
do
can't
know is
take-
that Sugar Leonard's lost before.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
and Mayweather ain't.
It Mayweather ain't. You can't take away what a man's done.
That's what
you feel
man want
me?
to do. Man always want to do that. Man
Yeah.
always want to say, oh yeah, he's
Feel
good
me?
now, but if he did it there and there and then,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have been able to do that. It's
People
like-
love the old school era as well. Like you never get better
Oh.
than the old school era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
let's be honest. Everyone's era is the best era ever, isn't it?
That's
So
how you gotta see it.
everyone that was there growing up in the 80s were so wild and amazed by that. Anything that's come up now, they're saying, no, we've seen it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's not better. Like back in the day, we'd watch something like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah.
When we got a bit older, the young boys are watching Naruto.
Yeah.
To me, that's
But
never going to be better than Dragon Ball Z,
Same,
bro.
same, I know
To
what you
them,
mean.
bro, what's Dragon Ball Z? This is trash.
It's like if you mention
Trash?
AJ
Dragon
to
Ball
my
Z?
brother,
I'm about to link, man.
if you mention like AJ to my brother or Muhammad Ali, the guy's not even gonna tell me Muhammad Ali. Like he's not even gonna think about it. Like,
Yeah,
which
see what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying. He ain't even
Exactly.
gonna mention him.
It's a different
Because
generation.
he's growing
fam.
up on AJ.
Bro,
You feel
from the
me?
2000 baby, born in like
I like
2000,
it.
2001, bro. Man ain't. You think Muhammad Ali means anything to him?
Bro.
Don't mean anything to him.
Who you rooting for though, then?
On what's that?
Over Tyson and AJ? Who you rooting for?
I don't know, man. I think I've been an AJ fan before I was a Fury fan. Feel me? Because obviously, like, I got into boxing late myself. Like by the time AJ had already signed and gone to the Olympics and that, I don't even think I started boxing properly then. So when I'm getting into it, he was the one that changed the game. You feel me? He brought up boxing in the UK and made it so big in the UK. Obviously, Fury and that was a pro before, and obviously couldn't make that happen.
Yeah.
But AJ was like the golden boy, the poster boy, Olympic gold medalist, world champion, and that. So I obviously drew myself more to AJ. So I'm an AJ fan. But don't get it twisted. Fury is the better boxer.
Oh,
But-
you think?
Yeah, Fury's the better boxer still. So Fury's the better boxer. I wouldn't bet against AJ because I like AJ. If I'm an AJ fan, you feel me?
Why?
But
Why do you think Fury's the better boxer though?
he is, man. He could do it all. He can box both ways. He's got better footwork. He's bigger.
Yeah.
He ain't got as much power. That's probably the only thing he lacks. But his footwork's better. I think AJ's more. He's a lot more. He's better schooled.
Yeah.
So like, if you're gonna teach anyone how to box, you
AJ.
teach them how
Yeah.
AJ boxes. But that's easy to read as a fighter. You see someone with their hands up doing that for a 1-2, you know it's coming. With Fury, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
His hands will be here, and then boom, boom, he flicks the jab, and then boom, and he switches the other way, and then boom, and then he spins around, flicks his hair back, and he's in a mad thing. You feel me? Like you don't teach that. He's naturally better. So obviously, it's whoever wins, I'm happy. Like they're both British fighters. You feel me? But if AJ won, I'd be happy. If Fury wins, I'd expect it.
AJ
Okay.
can't have 2 losses on his record though. Surely.
You think?
I think that ruins his whole thing.
You think
Just
that'll
like
be the
King
end of
says,
him?
Yeah.
It ruins his whole leg. Well, he might all. Anyway, let me not say that. I was gonna say he might start losing sponsorships and that. You know when they say what you lost 2 fights.
The thing is though,
Give me that-
it depends how
give
he
me that
loses
back.
though. Like I'd expect Fury to win. If AJ wins, I'd be happy for him just because of, like I said, how
Style, yeah.
when the boxing came in and he was building it, it was AJ. I was like, aye, this guy, he's the best. You feel me? Obviously, we've seen flaws in that now, and we've seen that he can lose and probably get knocked out and stuff. But I'd expect Fury to win. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's got a point to prove though.
Yeah.
He's got a point to prove.
but it's also the way he loses though, isn't it? If he loses like how Wilder loses, then he's done. I ain't gonna lie to you that.
Schooled up.
And then they're gonna have a rematch again, and then lose again like that.
Yeah, it's a waste
Sorry,
of
mate,
time.
that's not happening.
What about like the lads at Peacocks and that? What are they saying? Who are they rooting for? Are they
You know what, we don't
mainly
really talk
AJ?
about- We don't really talk about AJ. Well, everyone knows Fury's the better boxer. Like,
Yeah.
that's no secret.
Yeah.
In the whole boxing community, everyone knows Fury's the better boxer. So if anyone's not a fan, but just like their fights, they're not gonna be like, they're not gonna talk about like, oh yeah, I think it's just we know Fury's better, so Fury wins. You know what I'm saying? Like I would class myself as a fan of AJ. If he fights, I'm watching it. You know what I'm trying to say? So.
Like if it was done a computer game, Fury should win. If that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
if it was scripted, the better boxer would.
Yeah,
be
if
Fury,
you're
but
matching up the
Yeah,
whatever you're doing, the
attributes.
the attributes, Fury wins, mate.
Fam,
Easy.
speaking of computer games, I just seen that AJ.
UFC team.
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
UFC
be on.
thing,
Did you
that's
see
it.
that?
Right, listen, if he loses that fight, that bag might get retracted. So he needs to pattern up.
The thing is with AJ, yeah, because of his whole like demeanor and very clean cut guy,
Yeah, yeah.
Brand, innit?
the brand, like even if boxing ends up being cut short for him, he can go on to do other things. to
Yeah,
make
he'll
money,
do
like,
well still.
Be a
He'll
public
do
figure,
well.
you feel me? Like
Yeah, he'll
he's
do
there.
well.
Definitely.
I'm saying,
Whereas
so he's
Fury ain't got that, innit?
Fury ain't got that. Fury's just Fury. You feel me?
Yeah,
Right now he's the nation's hero. But if boxing didn't ended up being cut short for him, what can he go to do? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
Like he's got his money, so he's easy, he's calm anyway. But like, can you continue to capitalize off whatever it is?
You
feel
can
me?
see like Joshua doing like a little presenting job and them thing there.
You know what I'm
in,
saying?
like,
Like,
Punditry.
yeah, Sky
You know
Sports.
what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
Yeah.
Suit on
Especially
and
where Fury just talks wild as well.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna trust them on your channel.
Of course
No,
not.
for
You know what
real.
I'm saying? And I'm just swearing on the thing,
Daytime
like
TV,
the
yeah,
daytime
after,
TV
doing
talking
the
about.
madness and that.
For real. No, for real.
Obviously, AJ's a bit more clean cut. He knows how to obviously maneuver around
He's well trained.
camera and that. You feel me? So, and obviously, like he probably end up doing some modeling and stuff. You see all these adverts he's doing. You see him on the advert. He's got the shape and
The
that.
links ting.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying
big.
it makes sense for him. But Fury, if Fury was like, I don't want to say mature because, but like just a bit more, you could trust him on these things.
Yeah, yeah.
He would have all of that too. Feel me? But like AJ just fits it better.
Branded.
Because
innit? He's
he branded well, yeah. Well, he's got a whole team behind him that showed, man.
This
doing
is
it
the
this
way.
Where I think when Fury came into the game, he didn't have a team like that behind him. He's got it now, where you see him always on like GMTV or all these things, and people are buying into his books and stuff, speaking on the mental health and that. He's become a little bit of a figure, you feel me? But AJ's been doing it from the beginning, so you're just used to seeing him in that kind of lane. So after boxing, if you continue to see him on your screen doing something else, you won't be surprised.
What do you think about UFC and that? Would you ever go into it?
Nah, brother.
Have you man trained UFC like any like jiu-jitsu or nothing?
Nah, brother.
Nothing.
Nah.
Swear down,
That
just the
sport
boxing
is
thing.
wild, fam.
It is wild. The thing is, if I was to go into UFC, man, I would have to tell them no kicks.
Bro,
But that's the only thing, man's not getting
Bro,
kicked.
they're kneeing, they're elbowing.
elbow.
Shit's serious
spinning
still.
elbow and-
I could
Choking
do a
man out.
grapple and punch and grappling and that. Like, that's
Yeah.
just like fighting on the roads or school days, whatever, innit? But kicking,
Do you know what I found though? You see when you start cross training, yeah? I'm talking like a fighter and that. But you see when you start cross training, what I've seen anyway, like even some of the UFC brothers who started off boxing, like, and then go into like mixed martial arts and that, it makes them more well rounded. Because when you're ready for a kick to come and a punch, it kind of makes you more aware of your opponent and whatnot. So it kind of makes you more well rounded. So I've seen anyway.
it depends though, innit? It depends on what you started doing first and what you kind of naturally react to. Like, I'm a boxer, innit?
Yeah.
I am never going to think anyone's kicking me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
It's all illegal in that.
You know what I'm saying? So if I start training that, yes,
Yeah.
I've still got hands. But when you go into autopilot, am I just going to be a boxer or am I going to remember, a kick's coming, all this? For me, I just get caught off guard. So it just depends, innit? That when you go into autopilot, what is it that you react to? For me, so
Yeah.
That's true still.
No, I hear that.
that's
What
I
about
think.
Conor McGregor? You mess with Conor? Because he tried to do it. He tried to go over to the boxing world, but it didn't work.
He tried to go over to the boxing one and you see him just doing a madness.
Yeah.
Like, it was
What do you
just-
think of his boxing? Yeah. What was his like his style? Like if
It's-
your coach fought like that, how would you break that down to you if that makes sense?
I thought he looked good
he done-
against
he done
McGregor.
everything wrong.
Against Mayweather. Oh, well, I don't know. Boxing did it. But I thought he looked good.
Good.
No,
Nah,
you know what it is though?
good.
Everything was all over.
He done everything wrong, yeah. But what makes it funny is that when you don't know what you're doing, you can't be read.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if I'm going in with you and you don't know what you're gonna throw next, how am I gonna know what you're gonna throw
Yeah,
next?
yeah, yeah.
So it's harder to read someone like that, which is why he was catching.
that's like-
Mayweather
that's
with a
like
few of these
Fury,
shots
though.
and- what's
That's
that?
like Fury, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but Fury can't. He's slightly. It's second nature to him. So it's not like he's thinking. It's just like bam, bam. He's just mad awkward.
Yeah.
But he knows how to box. Whereas,
McGregor.
McGregor don't know how to box.
Yeah,
He's boxed before, but he doesn't know how to. Well, to that level anyway.
Yeah, of course.
So his footwork's all over the place. He's crossing his feet, like without.
He was crossing his feet.
Yeah, like he done some little move when he went under and his feet crossed over. But in boxing, you don't cross your
That's
feet.
foreign.
Obviously, he's for me. It's like people do it because they know they're doing it.
Yeah.
He's just doing it because on a UFC thing, you're all over the place. You float about. You're here, then you're here, then you're here. So he's got that same kind of movement, which is hard to read, obviously, because it's like,
what's gonna
all
come?
right, what's he doing with that? Like, where's he going? That's not familiar to me. I ain't seen that before.
Mm.
So he was doing well a bit, but once you start getting hit and you're off balance, you're tired and that, you're just gonna go out. You know, that's it. It's gonna go over. But obviously, Mayweather ended up just. That's why when Mayweather fought McGregor, did you realize? After a bit, he just kept his hands up and kept walking forward.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why am I gonna try and box you? You don't know what you're doing. So I can't put my shoulder there and think, okay, that's coming, 1, 2, and then just kind of not guess, but just kind of react to what you think is coming.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I put my hands up. You're gonna throw whatever you're throwing, and then when you stand still, I'm gonna let my hands go, and that's what he done. And eventually,
I think that's what's good about Mayweather though, because he can adapt, innit?
He can adapt. If you heard McGregor, he said he changed his game plan like 3-4 times in there. He said Mayweather changed his game plan like 3-4 times in there.
Is it?
That's what he said. I only saw him do it twice, maybe 3 times, but he said he felt him change the way he fought like 3 or 4 times.
So if McGregor, weren't fighting Mayweather and he was fighting another boxer, do you think he'd do all right?
No.
You don't?
No.
You think that was just
like if he done the rounds, in the boxing world and went and fought like couple man in his weight, you know what I'm saying, who are doing all right.
All right, give me an example, because that's what Mayweather's naturally lighter than him anyway.
Yeah.
So they met at the weight above.
Because Mayweather's the best.
But,
let's be honest, isn't it? He fought the best.
Yeah, he's the best. But put him in there with someone like Errol Spence, he's knocking him out. Put him in there with Terence Crawford, they're a lot more spiteful than Mayweather. They're not doing this. Just calculate. I'm gonna knock you out, bro. They're knocking him out.
What weight did they fight at?
They fought at like middleweight, but I'm just mentioning a few other weights.
No,
obviously, because the thing, but they would have knocked him out.
You think?
100%.
It'll be good. Do you know what? I so wanted, after that fight, McGregor to go, you know what? I'm going to post up in the boxing scene.
He's got to train for a minute. He's already an athlete. He's a fighter, innit?
Yeah.
He knows how to fight. Normal. It won't take him long to catch on to boxing. He just got to get rid of a few things, because he was doing some things in there that was wrong. Like
what did you notice?
He kept punching the back of that Mayweather's head. But like in UFC, you could do that. You could punch like that.
Yeah.
Like a little hammer punch or rabbit punch.
The
you could do that.
Was that illegal?
You can't do that in boxing. You can't punch like that.
Did he get penalised for that?
He got warned about it. But he never got no points taken off.
I was gonna say, Klitschko does a thing, where he bangs, man, and on the way back he cooks, man.
We spoke about that.
Oh, I was thinking this guy.
Like a little backhand.
Yeah, like, bro, he bangs, man.
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to do that.
He does it slide on the slide thing.
When he fought AJ, he was doing it bare. I thought, right, this guy, that's gotta hurt. Because the bang coming that way, you're thinking, oh, calm. I saw that one.
Yeah,
but the one on the way back, you ain't seeing it, bro. I said, ow. That's
you're not even allowed to do that.
I think everyone's got their little thing though. I've seen a couple times, where man are in the ring and they've clenched each other. And then man are like,
hit him with the head and that.
Man are giving man the head.
Yeah,
little
nuggy and that.
Yeah, bro.
You can't do that neither. Yeah, people got their own little things. People like to play dirty a little bit.
You get warned a lot in boxing. Do you think that's what it is? Because you don't see the points coming off straight away. It's always like, aye, that's one.
You do that again.
But by then I'm thinking, I'm already hurt.
Yeah.
You know, like when they punch man below the belt or something and they say, that's your last one. I'm thinking, bro, I'm hurt.
That hurt, man.
Yeah, that hurt me. So I'm kind of pissed.
It's kind of techie to take points off you in boxing. Yeah. Like, obviously the ref can take the points off whenever he feels like, not when he feels, but whenever if he feels like he's done it once, he'll take a point off you. But because the point system is a 10-9 point system, if you get a point taken off you, you basically lost that round. And if you're winning that round and you got a point taken off you, the round's a draw. So now the next round you got to win. For me. And like, the more points you get taken off you, the less likely you are to win. Like, if you get 2 points taken off you in the fight, so you got to be
knocking them out, basically.
Knocking them out or winning every round of that fight.
Have you had any points taken off you before?
No, in the amateurs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Did you win it?
Yeah, I won that fight.
He's smiling like he did something mad.
I couldn't even do that, man. I thought I was getting done wrong. Like, the youth that I was fighting, is very messy. So he just comes straight onto you, and then his head's on your chest, and he tries to work from there. But as he's coming onto me, I'm pushing him out of the way. Or like pushing his head down, or if he's coming onto me, I'm holding him like, bro, you're on me. Like. And the ref kept saying, stop doing that. I'm only doing that because he's running into me.
But he's not doing nothing illegal technically, is he?
He's not doing nothing illegal, but he's running into me. How do you want me to? You know what I'm gonna say? He's just running, like he's literally running into me. So I'm just like either putting his head down or holding him or shifting to the side. The ref kept saying stop. Like, bro, like, cool, whatever. Stop. I'm like, yo, he's running into me, bro. Tell him to fight.
Tell him to stop.
For me, and then I done it again, and he's like, cool, you're getting a point taken off. I'm like, oh my days, I've lost this fight. And then in the last round, I like picked it up and I just kept moving. And every time he ran, I'd like spin off him. So I'd spin off him till he goes into the ropes and spin off him. And I thought, all right, that works. Let me just keep doing that.
Can you get in trouble? Yeah. Can you get like points taken off you for giving the ref speech?
Well, like in football, you get the scent and that.
Yeah,
They can warn
yeah.
you. Be like, hey, easy, I'll throw you out.
I
I've
swear.
had that before.
I'll be tired in the ring.
Like,
Though.
stop
I ain't got
that,
time
I'll
to
throw
talk
you
to
out.
the ref. I'm all tired.
That's what I do a lot. I don't talk to, like, sometimes I don't talk to the ref. Like, one of my last fights, yeah, I'm at Royal Albert Hall, the second one at Royal Albert Hall. I think the guy done something. And I pushed his head. And the ref's like, hey, don't do that. And I was just like, I didn't want to talk to him. I was like, can we get on? But he's in my face like, and I'm like, all right, cool, I got you. But usually I just try to ignore them and get on with it. Like, not like being rude, but it's just like, I don't want to take my eye off the ball, innit? Like, I want to be over his ref, like, all right, ref, for me. You get hit with a cheap shot and they say, oh, protect yourself all the time. All that.
Do you get bookie refs? Do you get like crooked refs?
I haven't, but yeah, they're raw. Like,
What did a crook like? How do you be crooked as a ref in boxing? Like, what's
like, it just seems like you're favouring the other fighter. Like,
What was
everything
that
you
fight
do.
people were saying was crooked. Not to cut you off. I think it was Dylan Chisora. What was the one where the ref kept stopping? I can't remember who was fighting, and the ref
AJ and Parker.
AJ Parker, yeah. That's
Yeah,
it,
but some
that's
refs.
what was the ref doing?
Some refs are just weird. Alright, you get like I think I don't know. I've never taken a referee job before, but I think you get guidelines on what's allowed and what's not allowed, innit? But then ultimately, whatever you say goes in the ring. You feel me?
Yeah.
But some refs don't like. I don't want to say don't like you fighting inside, but if they see one clinch, they'll break it.
Yeah.
Whereas other refs, if they see a clinch, they'll be like, work it out. Like, you're both professionals, work it out.
Yeah.
For me. And then if you're still clinching, all right, cool, nah, break. But some refs, as soon as you clinch once, hey, break, step back, go again. And it's
That's
like,
what that ref was doing. So I
annoying,
remember
bro.
now. That was it. Yeah.
sometimes
What's
you
the
don't get
big
to work
deal
in
with
it.
the clinch? I've never understood it. Why the man clinch?
You're not really, well.
Is it to save energy?
That's what I'll do.
That's the, that's another, there's various reasons. Like, all right,
Can I see,
One-
man? I just see, bro. Sometimes, yeah, man come out of their corner and they're looking to hug, man.
Yeah,
I'm
straight
like,
away.
bro,
Yeah,
fight him, bro.
they're tired. I'm
That's
trying
how
to
I do
get energy. I'm trying to, like,
Restore.
you know what I'm saying? Restore man to that. I'm not back yet. I know I just come from my stool, but I ain't back yet. So
Yeah.
man's holding that.
So
could be
that's
a
what it
reason.
is to
That
conserve
could be a
energy.
reason. Or like, you could be on the ropes getting backed up and someone's throwing about 100 shots and you're trying to dodge and everyone's hitting you.
Yeah.
I'm holding you, bro.
Okay.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Has to
I
get
can't
done.
dodge, so I'm gonna grab your arm, hold you till the ref says break, and then we get a step back and I get to reset. But there's little tricks. It's just like, if you feel like you're backed up against the rope and you're stuck and the guy falls in, hold. Ref says break. All right, cool. Step back. Tired. Hold. Whatever kind of things like that.
Part
But
of the
you're not
game,
really
innit?
allowed to.
It's
Yeah.
Chess, bro. It's like playing chess in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Literally.
playing chess.
When
in there.
Mayweather fought Pacquiao, we hit him with a boom and then held him.
Yeah.
Chess coach do that a lot. Jab man. Cody does that.
Oh, is it?
When he steps up into a fight, you jab man and he's holding man. There was stop hugging. Mate, he's winning.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
feel me? It don't look good.
That's what's mad, you know. People want you to look good, maybe lose, win, and
Yeah.
it don't look good. They complain.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah.
never win in this thing. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
you're always
bro,
gonna have someone talking. Someone's gonna be criticizing.
bro, okay, I don't look good, but I'm effective. My record says I've won everything. Like, what more do you want from me?
But then like
You
that
want
way,
me to fight in style and lose, and then you'll say I'm shit. Like, what the hell?
then you say man shit, or you say man tried, or
Yeah.
he's not gonna be well level, but well done. And that man never try, isn't it? But it's weird because, like you said, his record said he's winning. What's wrong? Like,
I think the record conquers it all, fam.
Course,
You
that's
see,
what
if
I
you're
believe.
even if you're winning shit, because bro, for years, yeah, Mayweather, people used to say like he wins shit, like it's a
He
shit
don't,
win,
though. You just
and he
wanna
used
see
to
a
be
knockout.
like, but I won.
Yeah.
You feel
Nah,
me?
because
Like
they
you,
was
you have
knockout,
there's no
innit?
comebacks for that.
just not look, when he was younger, yeah, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was a savage, bro. He was a savage. Like, that's his early years. He was tearing man up. Like, one of my favorite Floyd fights is him versus Arturo Gatti. He battered him, bro.
Fucked him up.
Like, he battered him. And another fight, Diego Corrales. Donnie was 33-0 with 13 knockouts.
Mad,
Mayweather put him down 5 times and stopped him, bro,
mad.
in the fight, bro. Like,
As he
savage.
got
But
older,
as you
just-
got older,
yeah.
your body can't do the same things,
Of
bro.
course, ease off. And
Guy
you got
boxed till he was
know how
like
to win,
40.
innit?
Well, he
You
got
gotta know how to
smarter. He
win.
got smarter.
Yeah,
You got
gotta know
smarter.
how
You
to
got
win.
remember he went up in weight. He got heavier,
Yeah.
meaning that his shots probably aren't as effective no more. He's getting older. meaning you probably can't fight at that pace no more. So I'm gonna slow it down and fight at my pace.
Yeah.
And as you got older, you got smarter, innit?
Mm.
Saying, okay, I can win a fight by doing this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You know, as well, I think
Which makes sense.
as you get closer to that 0 still being there, you think, how can I not lose this 0?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't really care how this fight looks. I want to keep.
And he took the villain route.
Yeah.
So
not caring,
he's
innit?
on this. Yeah, but I know you lot. I'm here, but what you gonna do? If he lost,
Facts.
bro, he might have went
neck.
into a deep depression,
They
bro.
would have been at his neck.
They would have been at his
real.
neck. He's all calling himself the best ever, the greatest of all time. I'm the best. I've never lost. His whole thing was based on I've never lost.
Yeah.
So now you've lost. What now?
Do you think there's any fights he dodged to not lose?
I think he dodged Pacquiao a bit.
No.
I think he
Wait.
dodged Pacquiao
Yeah,
a
a
bit.
bit late.
I could be biased because I'm a Mayweather fan. But the reason why I don't think he dodged Pacquiao, because he asked Pacquiao to take a blood test.
Oh yeah. I heard
Before
about
that.
He said he's scared of needles.
And he said he's getting the needles or something. No, if he takes the blood test before the fight, he will feel weak. He's like, nah, bro, we need to get this drug tested on, bro. I'm not fighting you unless we have a drug test.
Because Pacquiao has he taken drugs before?
He's never been caught taking drugs
Okay,
before.
cool.
So you man can't say
Yeah.
he's on
Because
drugs.
before they fought, yeah, they were supposed to fight time
Yeah,
ago.
like 5-6 years before that.
Like, bro, it was so overdue, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so overdue, fam.
I
their
thought that
fight.
happened with the AJ Fury thing. Like they'll fight when they're both 35, 34, and it'll just be like a.
The thing is, though,
Ugh.
Fury's only a year older than AJ.
Yeah, that's
mad,
what I'm saying.
innit?
This is a prime. I like the age they're fighting at now.
Yeah.
Like as a neutral boxing fan. If that
And
makes
it's hard to
sense.
make fights happen when you're both on different channels, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's so mad because this is one thing as well, yeah. People always like to compare, pardon me, boxing to UFC.
Yeah.
But the difference is UFC is not a sport.
Just one.
MMA is a sport.
Yeah.
UFC is the company.
Yeah.
Like Matchroom's the company. Like Queensbury's the company. You feel me? UFC is not the sport. UFC just happen to have all these fighters that are signed under their banner because they're doing their thing the most. Like, let's say, for example, there was a company in boxing that had every single fighter under their banner and they made them fight each other. I don't even care if you lose, we'll give them a payday. That's what it's like. So let's say,
Easier to organize, isn't it?
let's say, what's my man's name? Michael Venom Page wanted to fight. What weight is he? I'm just gonna throw a name out there. He's from Bellator, innit? Let's say he wanted to fight Tyrone Woodley from UFC. How are you gonna make that happen, bro?
Can't do that.
That's two different platforms.
Yeah.
So boxing is different. There's so many different platforms in boxing. There's not a lot of them in
UFC.
and MMA that bang. UFC is the biggest one in
that's why everyone
MMA
goes there.
because there's one champion or whatever or something like that. There's Bellator. There's bare other things.
But if you do MMA, the ultimate goal is to get to the UFC.
All right then, and in boxing, what's the ultimate goal to get to?
Yeah.
It don't matter where you are because everyone's paying you.
Yeah.
You could be with Al Heyman on PBC. You could be with Top Rank. You could be with Matchroom. You could be with Queensbury, Sky Beat. It don't matter where you are, bro. Someone's gonna pay you.
Whereas UFC is kind of like if you're not there,
If you're not there, it's not really banging. You
it's
feel
not
me? You're not really
banging,
doing
so-
that and that. Obviously, I think Bellator's getting up there a little bit, but if you're not at the UFC, then you're not one of the top dons.
Talk about paydays and that, fam. Cause a lot of we hear so much here, like boxers going broke and that, and they have their careers, and then they when you look back at some of the paydays, yeah, that some of these brothers that go broke or have to file for bankruptcy, like man are making M's in their career.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Like, what's it, for a boxer? Yeah, when you're making money and that, and you're hitting them purses, like, where do you put your money? How do you not go broke? Like, as a boxer, what do they teach you as well?
Do you know what it is? You don't get taught nothing in it about saving money, but I think as of recent, especially with like the British Border Control, there's been programs put in place for boxers that have retired or maybe struggling in that. I think, but I'm nowhere near retirement, so I haven't looked into that stuff yet. But it's just how you spend your money, bro. Like,
It's like anything, isn't
it's
it?
like anything, bro. Like, you could be the I don't know, like, you have the best business in the world and go bankrupt just because you spunk your money. And like, you got to think of it as well, yeah. Like, let's say football. There's footballers that go broke in it,
Yeah.
but with football, you hear it less because they get paid weekly. It's easier to manage your money when you're getting paid regularly. So if I know I'm getting 120 a week, and I might have splashed that 120 last week, I know next week I'm getting another 120.
Straight away,
Yeah.
With boxing, let's say AJ has a fight. Forget his endorsements. He's got endorsements, so he's always getting money anyway. But let's say he didn't have any like massive endorsements, yeah, no sponsorships and that, and then he got paid 30 mil for a fight. That's just one payment. And if you fought for that 1 year, that's the only time you've been paid.
Getting paid, yeah.
Where obviously that's a lot of money. So like,
That'll last me.
But you know
No,
what it is
yeah,
though?
to us, but you're living a
People
different
forget,
lifestyle.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
people gonna forget. Man's rent ain't the 500, 600 pound. Probably
Yeah.
to run his yard probably cost
yard
him like
probably-
four that mil
For me, it's mad. obviously.
yearly.
You know what I'm saying?
So then
mad.
in like
Got
5
kids,
years, he spent
He looked after his
20
whole family
mil.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's his. And he probably been spending before that money hit
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
spending beforehand. You feel me? And now you got to pay their things. You got to pay your team, your manager, your trainer get money. If you have a physio, you're paying them.
Tax.
If you have other
Does
things, you're
the
paying them. And
persons
you're
get
paying
taxed?
tax. Of course they get taxed.
Yeah,
Anything gets
yeah,
taxed. Anything that goes through your account is getting taxed, bro.
Man.
So that's getting
Legitimate,
taxed. You're
bro.
paying your whole team, your nutritionist, your strength and conditioning coach, your actual trainer, the manager. That 30 mil is not 30 mil.
Yeah, it turns into
You
something
still
like
get
still.
mills though.
Yeah,
You still
yeah,
getting
yeah.
M's, but at the same time, now you paid off all the people you're paying off. You got your living expenses.
Which
For me.
obviously for AJ is not our living expenses.
It's not ours.
I heard
it's
he lives
nowhere
in
near
30
ours.
mil is good for
me.
us.
I
or
heard he lives
even
in.
five,
Does he
but-
still live with his mum and that?
He did, but he's moved out now. If he still live with his mum, he's living with her in a mansion somewhere. Like
That's still
moved
his
out
yard
somewhere.
anyway.
Still his
I
yard.
know
I
that
was
he has
thinking when I
fully
seen that, I
trains.
was like, "Yo, he's smart, man. He's
Yeah, at one
saving
point he was
that
living
bread."
with his mum in
Yeah.
Watford, like in the flat.
And I
But
see that flat when he trains and the sofa was looking.
yeah, that's the camp up Sheffield. Like the
he's getting
GB boys
excited
stay
about
up there. You feel me?
That's not on.
So that's that. So he goes up there just to kind of bring himself back. Like, okay, no lavish living and
See,
whatever.
no light bulb in that.
Yeah,
When
nah,
he went in
AJ,
there,
bro,
light
you
bulb.
need a
The
new
sofas
sofa.
are all torn
You
up.
definitely
sofas,
needed
man,
a new
torn and
sofa.
But like, it was just that it's just living expenses are different, man. Remember, he spends a lot of money on his camp alone.
Yeah.
Like just on his camp, like
Are there a couple man in the? Are you obviously you're in an environment now where the man them you are around, and obviously yourself, you lot are starting to see, like you lot are jumping on these platforms. You guys are on TV now. You guys are making money now. Like, are you lot starting to like? How do you lot talk to each other about like investments and whatnot? Do you like talk about that?
that's the thing. We do. But like
Like what to do with your money when you get it, when that purse hits?
100%. Like especially me and my brother at home. Like we just chat. Like both my brothers actually. Like things to put money in, but
Yeah,
the things you want to put money in, money's not there yet. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Like, if you're putting money in certain things, that's everything. You can't afford to put everything into something. So you just got to hold out. But then it's like, what, do I not live life because I want to wait till I get money for that? Like, that could be forever. You never know what could happen. So continue doing what you're doing. Obviously, there's like small investments out there and stuff. But where like my main priority is boxing, I'm not thinking about small investments. I'm thinking about when I start getting those kind of paydays, I'm going to put into what I know to put into what we've discussed or what we know profits and stuff like that. You feel me? So I'm not just out here trying to be a one of them guys that want to put my hands in everything. Like, jack of all trades, master of none kind of guy. So you see little things and it's like, that's not even worth it right now. Let me focus on what I'm doing. When that pays off,
the boxing's bigger than the payday.
you feel me? Yeah, it's bigger than the payday. Yeah. So when it gets there, I know I'd have enough to put into whatever I need to put into before I leave the sport. I'm not gonna leave there nothing.
Because I always think that once you get to like, I don't know, boxing, what did they retire at? 35?
35 -ish,
You got a while, bro. Don't worry, man. You got a while.
Hey, bro, the way these trainers going, I don't know if I got that long, cause it's mad. I'm looking for my escape route now.
I always think when men get to like 33 to 35, you can see some of the fights they're taking. You're thinking, you're trying to get that coin right now. Like, you're trying to get that coin.
They're
Just
getting
make
out.
sure, like David
Exit
Hay
routes.
was one.
Like
See David Hay, I said,
Exit
this guy,
route.
maybe his ex-wife is saying, listen, the money has to come in. We need to keep paying the child support and everything there, car.
He lives an expensive life, bro. Like his son plays
fights he was
tennis and that.
taking- Yeah, I see it.
That's expensive,
That's
you know.
the fight he took with
Belly.
Yeah, I said, big man.
He boyed it.
You're tired,
Payday.
man. You're tired.
Payday.
He knew he was injured. Remember, he retired because he was injured. He was
Yeah.
meant to fight 3 before he retired. His body was broken, so he couldn't do the fight.
Man did.
He
I'm a
retired.
celebrity. Did he not do I'm a celebrity?
Yeah, I think he did
I'm
still,
a
but I don't watch the
celebrity,
stuff.
and then
I
you
think
come
He
he-
back
weren't really,
in
bro.
fight.
He's not really trying to win. He was just trying to make some bread.
No,
for
but
real.
the thing is, he's
I
thinking.
don't blame him though.
He was thinking,
get that paper, bro.
I can win as long as I'm in shape and I land.
Yeah.
Feel me? So he's not thinking, oh, let me just go in there and lose. He's thinking, I can win.
Yeah.
So as soon as you come back, he fought 2 weirdos.
Yeah.
They start calling out AJ because that's where the money is. He weren't trying to weave his way back in.
Speng for that still. I remember that he fought some bodyguards on Dave TV.
Bro, I went to one of them fights live.
I watched it, fam. I said, this guy's a speng. Man,
Imagine
some
word, bro.
body-
Some
some-
weirdos, bro.
Yeah.
Like obviously, Shannon Briggs was
dormant.
trolling in a minute. So when he came to London, man met him. Me and my cousin.
Let's
reached
go,
out to him, man, met him. So
Yeah,
he dropped man
Briggs
2
is a
tickets to the
legend
fight
still.
and that because he was on the undercard.
Yeah.
Bro, I went to one of them fights live, and I've never been so angry for going to a fight, bro. David Hay went in there and started throwing punches at the shoot, and I can promise you, he blocked every single one of them
And still
and got knocked out.
Yeah.
And it's like, you didn't get knocked out.
It's a scam.
What's happening? He hit man with a jab, and I swear down, that jab would not knock out my niece. She's free, bro.